What's going on there, haunters? It is September 30th, 2018, and today is the very first official start day of this year's haunt. So if you guys want to stick around and watch us build it, you of course know what to do. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all that kind of stuff, and we'll jump right into what we're getting ready to start. So let's do it. So our very first thing that we're doing is we're on the way to Home Depot. We're getting the wood that we need. Our goal today is to put up the outside wall. That way no one can see in. And then from there, we can start slowly building the wall panels that we need. Now, with this haunt, we're not doing like everything out of wood. Like not like the walls, of course. You know, they're going to have the 2x2s, but the actual wall itself is not going to be just plywood, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to be using plastic. So with plastic, it's going to be a lot more easier to maintain. So we'll fast forward it until we get to it, and we'll see you then. Alright, so we finally got everything in, and we got all the wood in, and this is what it looks like. Got all this, and then all this. So that's a lot of wood, a lot of fucking wood. And we're gonna go ahead and put the rest of it in, and then we'll see where it goes from there. This is what we got done so far. And this guy is being awesome. Yeah, that guy. Throwing PVC pipes at people.
This is Pole Vault 101! Pole Vault!
Wow. This is what we do. This is what we do. So what we got to do now is the draw that we had died. What we did is we were able to screw in the pieces on the board. I don't know if you could tell them to here, but then we stapled it to here, and then we split the boards. You can see a better one on this. So then we got a screw going right there, and a screw right here going through this. So I'm going to stand this up, flip it, and try to get snow on the outside. So that's going to be fun. Alright, well, here's an update on our main build day. This thing has been a nightmare for both of us. What we've learned is not to make sections too long. If you make them too long, you try to lift them up, of course it causes a lot of stress in the joints. This is our first time working with wood, ain't that right? Yeah, so this is our first time working with wood, so we're not professionals. So we're learning our mistakes as we're going. So this has been like a trial and error. So originally we had 8-foot sections, and we had no support beam in the middle. So it was just this piece and then this piece. So when we picked it up, it wobbled. So it looked more like this. This is the original wall that we did. But what we ended up doing is we put 4 feet in between to make supports for them. Then up there, it was a little odd, so we had to brace it and put it out that way. So our next plan to do is eventually we're going to push this together, screw it all in, up. We just did this little corner piece, and we still gotta make the door. And before we can even get the door up, we actually have to make a another support for it. So what's going to happen is we're going to have the main first room built pretty much. So we're going to have it probably roughly from about right here, and then coming all the way up to roughly about here with this support beam, and then going this way. And we're gonna combine it from here to here over the walkway to kind of give it some strength. And then we're gonna also brace the door. It's gonna be right here with this room. So we still got a lot of stuff to do. We're about to get cutting. So we're gonna get to it. All right, so it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. And there's a lot of stuff that we had done. So it's not the best framework, but it is working. We took a piece of plywood, or whatever you want to call it, and this is before our door. We got some hardcore hinges right there. We got a little lock hinge here for us to lock it up when we leave. I am going to get like a little makeshift door frame somewhere, or a little door handle, like something like that, and just screw it onto here. The one part I did not like is this piece of board up here. I didn't realize that it's like really crooked. See, like when you come out here, you can see it crooked. But the way our maze is going to be, it's going to be black plastic here, so you won't see these at all. I know he talked about draping the outside and not doing the inside, and painting the support beams all black. That way they camouflage in the dark. But we don't know what we're going to do with that, because we did happen to find a lot of plastic in that back closet back there and all that. There's still a lot of plastic in that door, but we pulled some of it out. Those pieces are random from last year. They have like little doorway slits cut into them and stuff like that. So my remaining objectives here tonight is to put plastic up on the inside of this, and if I get enough time, I'll make another panel. The panel is going to go about right here and go about 8 feet, and then we're going to bring it over, and it's going to be a connecting support beam from here over, and that way we'll have our first room pretty much done. So what we want to really do inside here after we get all the walls put up, we're not going to want to put any plastic on the walls once inside here, just on the outside, because they still have skates here when we're building. So we don't want the kids or people to, come in here and be like, oh, what's all this? What is this cool stuff? But it's gonna be pretty good. I'm gonna enjoy it. The one thing I am worried about though a little bit is this piece of board. It is pretty heavy. We've shaken it and given a lot of like different kind of support and stuff. That just bothers me so much, but I don't know. I mean, it's sturdy. Like if I shake this, I mean, you see it doesn't really move at all. So I mean, it's pretty strong. We just got that board sitting under there. So what I'm gonna go and do is I'm gonna go ahead and put up all this plastic real quick. Probably shoot one more last video. I gotta clean, because they do have a skate tomorrow, or actually today if you want to be technical about it, at 6 p.m. There's some sawdust on the floor we gotta get, but it's like the small things. So let me go ahead and hang up this plastic and we'll cut right back into it. Time check. It's almost 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm still up doing this, but I've actually made a lot of progress. I got the plastic up on the inside. Well, I'll put up this outside part because I hated that board, but it covered up the board pretty good. We got the door in, we got the lock on, of course, like we said in the last video. I did add another support beam up there. Oh, the camera's a little dirty. Let me wipe that bad boy off. There we go. Yeah. Still a little mucky right there. Get that off there. I put a little support beam. Yeah, you can see it now. It's like right in there. It's a little glare right there. I put it right there because this door. I'll show you here in a second. Excuse the level boards. So here's the plastic, on the outside. This part was already on there, so I gotta go back on and take more plastic from here all the way down to there. But that'll probably be a project for tomorrow because I am getting pretty tired since it's like almost 5 in the morning. The only thing though about this plastic is it is a little thin, I guess you can call it. I don't know. I haven't seen plastic really illuminate this much before, but maybe it's just me. I don't know. So let me show you about that door, and I found out why it's doing it, and it's not because of that cross beam. That's why I add that. So if I undo this latch, it swings perfectly fine, but as you see, it bends. So I'm over here like, huh, why is it bending like that? I'll show you why. So we have all the weight over here, but look at that. There's no cross member here. Duh, I should have known that. So I need to add a cross member from there to here to keep the door from crashing onto one side. So all my project was tonight was to get the plastic up, that way no one can see. What I'll probably do tonight is I'll upload this video for you guys, that way you can check up on the progress. And then I'm probably gonna go to sleep, and then tomorrow get back up, I would say around 12ish, maybe a little bit later, and get back to the grind and, you know, get this stuff knocked out. So then tomorrow, my plan, because I don't have Tyler right now, so I got to kind of limit what I got to do, and plus he also took the saw, so I can't really do any cutting. But my plans tomorrow is put the plastic on the outside before the skate. I still got to clean. I can do that tomorrow. Bring in the rest of the wood that's out there on the floor inside here, and that's pretty much it. So calling it a night, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little video. I know I am. So I'll see you guys on build day 2. Peace.